But let's not deny what's happened here, Jesse. This case was brought intentionally this year. It's old as can be, just like Stormy Daniels, just like a lot of these cases that we've seen that are witch hunts, to stop Trump from campaigning.
That was Trump attorney Elena Haba, or as some of you like to call her, Haba Haba. I see you guys. I see you in the comments. On Fox News, shredding District Attorney Fani Willis and their recent decision to allow her out by staying on the case against Trump. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and Trump has officially filed a motion to disqualify Fani Willis from the Georgia election interference case. Meanwhile, Elena Haba has been on a tear recently, going on shows and publicly exposing the hypocrisy of these cases against Trump, and working with him and his team to fight back against what can only be described as politically motivated attacks to stop him from running in the upcoming election.
Miss Willis went into a church, a religious house. If anybody has any morals or moral compass, how dare you go into a religious house and cry racism? That, to me, was the lowest point of all of this. I have to be honest with you, no matter what those texts say, and I'm sure we'll see what they say, and they will say what we think. How does it relate to all these cases? I hope it opens the door, Jesse, to us looking at all the DAs, all the AGs, communications between the White House, the administration, and collusion between all of them in bringing these cases the same year, even though some of these cases are years and years and years old, had no investigation or investigations for years, and then waited until he was the candidate and obvious candidate for the Republican Party and nominee. So I would like it to open the door. I hope we get those texts, but let's look into everything. It's time for the American people to see the corruption I've seen, the destruction I've seen to the judicial system. It is deep. They are coordinating, and there is no question that her texts with Mr. Wade are just the beginning.
I mean, this is a fantastic point. You know, it's funny how the left will argue nonstop about implicit bias and systemic this or that, but can't acknowledge the bias of politically motivated actors in the media and justice system. I mean, we know they're politically motivated because they basically say as much. Just look at Letitia James. Look at how journalists have been reacting since 2016. They're yelling at clowns and crying at every minor Trump victory.
When you do get a new administration, if Donald Trump does win in November, would you suggest he look into all of these prosecutions, seize their phones? These are government phones.
I suggest you absolutely dig deep and clean house, number one. Number two, more importantly, Jesse, I'm exhausted of seeing so many subpoenas come out. People come testify in front of Congress and then nothing happens. I want to see action. I want to see people be held accountable for real crimes, not this fake stuff that has to do with politics. I'm not saying you go after one side over the other. I'm saying clean house. There is no room for politics at all in the judicial system. I am a lawyer. It shouldn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. Our legal system, our Constitution is about America, period. So I would absolutely recommend that we take a look, clean up, and start from the top.
Now, like I said, Trump has already filed a motion to disqualify Fani Willis. Here's an article from Breitbart News. Trump and 7 defendants have jointly filed a motion requesting the court to grant a certificate of immediate review of its order denying dismissal of the case and disqualification of Fani Willis. Now, part of this motion focuses specifically on the insane speech she gave at the Bethel Church in January. A source close to the Trump case told Breitbart, Judge McAfee's ruling is light on principles and very likely to result in appeal, and even motions to transfer the case to a jurisdiction that hasn't been tainted by Fani's racist statements. Well, we'll see how that shakes out. But in the meantime, let me know what you think. How do you feel about Haba's comments? Will the appeal succeed? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!